Breaking news, everyone. Banks are shutting down accounts, leaving people with no access to their money.
Customers are having their accounts shut down without much warning or explanation, leaving them without access to their money.
On Your Side's Christine Lazar spoke with a local man whose tweet about the experience went viral last week.
My interest, and I'm like, wait a minute, that looks like he's in LA. So I quickly messaged him and was like, are you in LA? He's like, I'm at the bank right now in LA.
Wow.
And I realized this is something that isn't just happening to him, it's happening to a lot of people, and they're really caught off guard. So we decided to look into it. What's going on?
When we met Elad Niharai and his family, they had been at this Bank of America in West LA for hours, trying to get access to their life savings. That morning, when Elad tried to log on to his online bank account, he got this alert.
Bank of America told me it was shut down. They refused to give me an explanation. They told me I would get my money after it was resolved,
Which he says he was told would take 10 to 20 days.
all of a sudden I find out I'm broke, I can't feed my family, and I can't pay any expenses.
And with Bank of America had that glitch a few months ago where people can access their money and their accounts was down to zero.
That panicked thousands of customers yesterday. This morning, the bank says the problems have all been fixed. There were more than 20,000 individual reports of customers having trouble with their accounts. Many of them say that the bank's website showed they had a zero balance. Yikes.
But this is not only Bank of America where they're shutting down accounts. Other banks are doing this too, but with a twist. They're turning the money over to the government. And it's a bunch of red tape just to get your money back from the government instead of the bank sending the funds directly to you.
Frustrating feeling, the fight over unclaimed funds, a pile of your money sitting in the state's account, but you can't get it. One woman is turning to the I-Team about $19,000 that is hers, but the state and the law are keeping it from her. Susan Udvance submitted piles of paperwork, and she's trying to get her hands on $19,379 in iCash from Illinois State Treasurer Michael Frericks and his office's website.
And it showed me exactly what it is that I was owed.
The investor and realtor didn't realize that she left the escrow funds behind about a decade ago when she canceled a West Loop investment deal. She recently discovered the unclaimed money, but she can't obtain it.
It is mine, and they rightly admitted that it was my money.
In this video, we're going to cover what's going on because this has nothing to do with fraud activity, or it has nothing to do with the customer doing anything illegal or wrong. And we're going to cover what you need to do so your account don't get randomly shut down. Now, this channel is designed to help you no matter where you are in your credit journey and how to leverage your credit to make money. So if you like that kind of content, make sure you subscribe to the channel, and you could go to my website to pick up this free heart inquiry removal package. And the link is in the description and the pinned comments below. Now, I've been talking about this on my channel with what's going on with these banks shutting down your account. And there's been various reasons that they've been bringing up, like the BOI rules and things like that. And that was the reporting for the Anti-Money Laundering Act. But now Bank of America just released a statement because they have been lately been pushed by the Trump administration on these shutdowns of these accounts. And so now they're coming up with a hidden policy that many of you didn't even know about. And not knowing about this policy can lead to your accounts to be shut down with really no fault on your own, and for them to transfer the money over to your state. Urgent warning, as Bank of America could cancel all accounts that don't meet requirements. Bank of America customers should be aware of a section on its website where it states it can cancel any accounts that don't meet certain requirements. Bank of America, which recently suffered a major glitch leading customers impacted, as a statement on its website warned customers in the United States that accounts classified as abandoned could suffer consequences. The bank, whose CEO was berated by Trump in a shocking statement, said it could block or transfer funds from these accounts to state custody as its policy on unclaimed assets to comply with the laws and regulations in each state. The bank said a bank account will be fully restricted when there is no activity for a long period of time, usually around 3 years. Now, what Bank of America is talking about is these siege laws, meaning abandoned property. Like if someone passes away and that account is open and it hasn't had activity, they can go ahead and transfer it over to the state. Now, this is very, iffy because their guidelines is saying pretty much what they consider no activity is from 1 to 3 years that account might have money in it, but if you're not checking on it, it's considered abandoned. Now, I'm a landlord, and there's many times where you have tenants to give you security, in the states I work in, you have to deposit that in an interest bearing account. And I don't touch that money. So are you telling me that tenants that's living at a property for years and the landlord don't touch that money, it's there, that they can just close that out because you haven't logged into that account, or you're not putting any more money in that account and send it to the state? That is a complete mess. This is why I tell you guys, I keep backup savings in the form of silver and gold. And the reason why I had an incident with the IRS that said I owed them money, they actually froze my personal accounts. And I cashed in some of my backup silver because it's American currency. It's the American Silver Eagle. And I took it to my local coin shop and I was able to get money. But I also have real estate investments where I can pick up rent cash. And I also had businesses. So I had other accounts that was not in my name that the IRS could not freeze. It was under LLC and I had money in those accounts and they could not touch those accounts. And this is why I tell you, you need to leverage your credit to get business assets that's cash flowing and also set up business line of credit. And that's how I was able to move around until they straighten that out and release my accounts. Now, my user, Sean, in my elite credit system, he was able to go from a 612 credit score all the way up to a 770 credit score in a matter of 6 months. And now he's at an 803 credit score and was able to leverage his credit to get business lines of credit for his business. And if you guys need my help with my AI software and coaching, that link is in the description of the video and in the pinned comment section. But this is what I have for myself. I have business lines of credit and I wasn't left high and dry. And I have different businesses with different accounts that's not attached to my name. This is why it's good that with Trump, with that BOI, it was canceled, because in situations like that with the IRS, if your name is on that business account and registered, they can freeze that too. But I was able to move around the plane because of me taking these steps. You also need to watch out for this, because what they considered inactive is you just not checking on that account in a period of time. And a lot of people have just IRAs that they might have certificates of deposit. Also, you can just have what you have a safe deposit box at the bank where you have jewelry. And if you don't come and check in on that, they can send that to the state and make it very difficult for you to get that money back. So in order to protect yourself, you want to have multiple banking relationships and don't put all your eggs in one basket. And also, as I suggest you guys, make sure that you have other forms of income. And also, it's good to have those business lines of credit. So if anything get touched on your personal side, you have a backup way to have access to funds just in case that you need it. So hopefully this information was helpful. If you have any questions or comments, leave it in the comment section. But if you have more detailed questions from me, you can go to my website and all your questions go directly to my cell phone. I hope to see you guys in the next video. Stay tuned.